Okay, so I'm going to be choosing one hand as my receiving hand, and our first point is going to be right below the tip of the thumb. So this is my thumb. Okay, here is the tip of the thumb, and right below that there's a point. So you will wrap your fingers of the other hand around this thumb like this, and then apply steady pressure on the point for 15 seconds. So our thumb has a spiral, and our third point is going to be right at the center of that spiral. So this is where the center of my spiral is, but it's not necessary for it to be right at the center of your thumb. Now again, wrap your fingers around your thumb like this and apply pressure. So for our next point, when you join the thumb and the little finger like this, you will see that there's a mount over here. So our point is going to be on the mount. Now this is the thumb joint, the second joint of the thumb, and this is your wrist joint. Our point will be in between these two joints. You need to press around a little bit to see which one point is very sore. For me, it's this point. So I'll press it for 15 minutes and let my hand relax. Our next point is going to be in between these two bones. So now when you fold your wrist like this, you can see the wrist crease, right? The second wrist crease. You need to place your fingers right below this wrist crease like this. It's on the thumb side. So you place it like this. Now your third finger, which is your ring finger, our point will be exactly in line with it. So this is where your point will be, in line with the ring finger and right in between those two bones. And you press here for 15 seconds. So our next point is going to be only on the right hand. Now can you see this knuckle, the little finger knuckle? See where it is on your palm. You can feel it here, right? Now right below this knuckle will be your point. Make sure that you're not in contact with it and press it for 15 seconds. So our last point was over here. Our next point will be right below the last point. So just slide your finger a little bit. There's not even a finger gap, and this will be your point. Okay, so our next point is going to be between the middle finger and the index finger. So drag your thumb like this. You will see that there's a V shape. Right where this V shape collapses will be your point. My point is over here. So press it for 15 seconds and leave. Our next point is where the index finger meets the palm. So make a loose fist. For that, keep a finger like this and close the rest of the fingers. So this is your index finger. This is where it meets the palm. Press this point for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be just at the center of the palm. So this is the center. Here will be your point and you'll press it for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be between the middle finger and the index finger. So here there's this web. Just below the web is your point. So this is your point. When you bend your little finger, you'll notice this crease, right? So just below the crease, you place two fingers. At this second finger, you need to stop and then take one step downwards and one step towards the inside, like an L. This will be your point, and press it for 15 seconds. So our next point is going to be at the tip of each finger. Now this is the thumb and this is the tip. So here is where you will apply your pressure. Now earlier we used to apply pressure from the front side, but now you will apply pressure from the top. This is better done using a blunt pencil. So I'll take this pencil and apply pressure from top, like this, just at the tip. And if you're using your hand to do it, again wrap your fingers around your thumb and press it from the top. Hold it for 15 seconds and do this for each of your 10 fingers. The third point is on the spiral of your toe. Right at the center of the spiral will be your point. So this is your toe and this is your spiral. Right at the center of the spiral will be the point. It's not necessary that it will be at the center of the toe. Now again, wrap your fingers and press for 15 seconds. Coming to our feet, our first point is just below the tip of the toe. So this is my toe, this is the tip, and just below the tip is the point. So this is my point. Again, wrap your fingers and hold it for 15 seconds. It is better to sit cross-legged and have your foot facing you. Our next point will be on the foot. So on this thumb side, you can see this bulge, right? The big bulge. Right in the center of this bulge will be the point. So this is my point. Now again, just hold your feet like this and press it for 15 seconds. So this is on the side where our first toe is. Now can you see this ankle bone over here? Right at the base of the ankle bone, place your little finger. And then place 3 more fingers. So you can keep 4 fingers like this. And then where your 5th finger is, that will be your point. You'll be pressing against a bone. Press this point for 15 seconds. Our next point is going to be only on the right foot. Now between your first and second toe, you see that there's this passage. So drag your thumb down like this. Now over here you see that there's this heel starting, right? So drag your thumb down and bring it to the point where the heel is just starting. From here, go diagonally opposite towards your 4th toe. So your thumb should be in line with the 4th toe. Now go 1 step down. After this, leave 2 fingers gap. This point is your 22. And right next to it, this point is your 23. 23 is the point that you need to press for 15 seconds. So we did one point that was right at the center of this bulge. Our next point is going to be below this point. So when you bend your first toe like this, you see this curve, right? So just below the point that I showed you previously, on this curve will be the point that you have to press. Our next point is going to be at the center of the foot. So this is the center and this will be your point. On your foot, can you see this part? There's a little bulge over here, right? For some people, this area is a little thick. So if your area is thick, you need to massage it a little bit to make sure that it becomes soft. So massage it like you're kneading a dough. Our point is going to be in between the fifth toe and the fourth toe knuckle. So this is my fifth toe and my knuckle is over here. This is my fourth toe and I feel the knuckle over here. Now if I place my foot like this, I can see a curve. My point will be below this curve. So just place your thumb like this and bring it down just below the curve. This will be your point and press it for 15 seconds. It's in between the two knuckles. Our next point will be in between the second and the third toe. So this is the second and third toe. In between these, you can see this web. So just below the web will be your point, like this. Press it for 15 seconds. This point will be only on the left foot. Now on the little finger side, you see that there's this bone over here. Just below the bone, there's a point. Even when you keep your foot this way, you can feel that point. So now, drag it and bring it in line with your little finger. Little toe. Now take one step down and one step towards the inside, in line with the second toe. This is your point. Press it for 15 seconds. So our next point will be at the tip of each toe. So again, just wrap your toe and then apply pressure from top. And if you're doing it with your thumb, then you can do it this way. Apply pressure on each toe for 15 seconds.